All right, well, welcome to our daily Devo for this Thursday, the 19th of January. Today's devotion is entitled The Source of All Power. The Source of All Power. Quoting from Deuteronomy chapter 3 and verse 24, Sovereign Lord, you have begun to show to your servant your greatness and your strong hand. For what God is there in heaven or on earth who can do the deeds and mighty works that you do? God is the source of all the power there is. Have you ever thought about that? That's a powerful short sentence right there. God is the source of all the power there is. There isn't any power anywhere that doesn't have God as its source, whether it be the power of the intellect, of the spirit, of the soul, of dynamite, of the storm, or of magnetic attraction. Wherever there is any power at all, God is the author of it. And the source of anything has to be greater than that which flows out of it. If you pour a quart of milk out of a can, that can has to be equal to or greater than a quart. The can has to be as big or as that can has to be as big as or bigger than that which comes out of it. The can may contain several gallons, though you may pour out only a quart. The source has to be as big or bigger than that which comes out of it. So if all the power there is came from God, all the power, therefore God's power must be equal to or greater than all the power there is. That's a double hard one to get your head around. Well, again, I'll speak for myself. All the power in the world. I don't have a clue how much that is. I know since the time when this was written, as Tozer's lifespan, there's no mention here of hydraulic power, although they had that then coming through dams. There's no mention of nuclear power, which is a pretty scary power and incredibly powerful. God is more than that. God has more. All of that from which we draw power, and we have to draw it from somewhere, has come from the Creator. It is His power. Now, sometimes we use it well, and sometimes we abuse it terribly. But that power comes from Him. And we need to recognize that, and we need to be good stewards of that power so that the power we're using has a resource that comes from God. And it is never going to run out. It's never going to expire. It's something to think about as we think about all the power in the world, the source. He's the source of all power. And in His power, all He had to do was speak this earth and all of the universe and creation into existence with a word from His mouth. Let there be light. Let there be land. Let there be sea. Let there be animals. Let there be humans. Interesting thought. The source of all power. Lord, why do we worry and fear so much when we are the dear children of the one who has such power? Strengthen me today with the promise of your power. Amen. Strengthen me today with the promise of your power. In my powerlessness, in my weakness, Lord, help me to draw on your power, that it might be your power that flows into me and through me for your honor and glory today. This one has also come from the Attributes of God, Volume 2, I guess it was. And sounds like that must be a pretty good book, The Attributes of God. Probably a little fuller in its explanations of such things that we're having just these short segments on. Blessings to you in this day today, and this day powered by God.